everybody. Welcome once again to Frack, Paddy, Wack.
Give a dog a bone.
That's right. So we are here once again, live, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard, Thursdays.
Is it Thursday?
It is
Thursday. Yeah. This is the most thirstiest Thursday.
It's the thirstiest of Thursdays we've ever Thursday.
Wow.
Awesome.
Both finish each other's sentence.
Yeah. So, but essentially, welcome once again, everybody. We love you. We miss you. As always, find us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Instagram, Twitter, and as always on ffpw.live. So get on there, share, subscribe, jump on the chat, send us, beers.
Click the bell.
Buy us drinks.
Click that little subscribe bell.
Wow.
Yeah. Just
click that bell.
At first, be gentle.
Wow.
Click
Then after that, how you like it.
Wow.
So, that's right. So as always, thank you for being here with us. We got a lot of things to talk about, and we're not going to be ever focused again. We're never going to be on target.
Tap it.
We're going to tap it. But tap it now for the rest of the show.
That's right. All right. So tonight's segments are going to include, our focus segment is actually on student loans. So we're going to talk a little bit about the student loan process and not process, but some of the good and bad stuff that's going on, and then just kind of some college day stuff. And then we got our local business shout out, grinds my gears, meme of the week, would you rather, trending topics, national and local, 2 lies and a truth, never have I ever. I said right, almost.
Yeah.
And a you decide bracket of college sports and games. And then we got our niches. And a closing quote. But first, tell us how to play the game.
If you're wrong, you drink. And if we agree, we all drink together.
Yay.
Yeah, none of us have.
Yeah, we ain't got drinks.
We pretend.
We suck.
Yeah, we're slacking. We'll have to.
Today we'll have to slack.
Yeah, we're.
Oh, wait a second.
Are you hungover?
Did you remember to bring alcohol that you promised to bring last week?
did.
He brought it last week, but he did say he was
Yeah.
bringing it like multiple weeks. I thought he said 2 weeks.
Yeah. Hey, I bring food.
That's every week.
Dessert.
Yes.
See? Oh, they're getting spoiled, getting used to it. You see, Chad, no appreciation around here. Just
Whatever. Didn't you record the lady getting your order right today?
Yeah, well, there's a compilation coming up soon about that. So I've been talking about this for some time. I am so proud to have them properly trained. I mean, for them being so awesome. And no, but seriously, it's so cool. You have no idea. I'm still excited about it. I gotta make a compilation video of it. So I will show everybody soon what I'm talking about, hopefully.
It's hilarious. Keyword of the night.
I have no idea. Are we going to stick with our government names?
Yes.
Okay, let's stick with our government names and our hashtags FFPW20, hashtag college life, and hashtag student loans.
I was watching our past shows, and there was a couple things that we do say all the time, so I'll just have to. I'll rewatch it again tomorrow and go back and look and see.
No, drink the whole night.
Probably if we say yeah, because I know it's good.
No.
All right, student loans.
So I could not read the article because it said I had to subscribe $4.99 a month to USA Today.
No, you don't. I happens up just fine.
I just clicked it.
I just didn't read the article, so there's.
So ad block. There's always ad blocker. I'm just saying, get that. I'm
No, because then you won't see my ads. Don't do that. So anyways, we're going to yap about the student loan but just student loans in general. And the first thing on our list were, what are your thoughts on the loan forgiveness that they're proposing?
Yeah.
So they've proposed $10,000 student loan forgiveness to everyone that has student loan debt. They've also brought up the idea of $50,000 student loan forgiveness. And they've also talked about not forgiving student loan debt for anyone who went to an elite school.
Okay. So like Yale, Harvard.
Yeah, you rich. Just.
Are they still charging
But
interest
why
starting?
They are still charging interest. It didn't say.
So even if
there is a pause on the payments right now, so no one has to repay debt right now.
Are these student loans that have gone?
And that's
is it
also
from this,
that was started under Trump.
Was this
the pause on the
proposed?
payments, and then it's been extended by Biden.
Is this through loans that the school has given out? Is this loans through what banks have given out?
All.
Yeah, well, it's pretty
anything
much
that's
anything
labeled as a student loan debt that
How
you
does
took out specifically
not that I'm for banks, but how does that in the long term? How does that affect banks and things like that who were making money off of all of that.
That's interest rate.
That's the biggest thing. So right now, anybody that is on a student loan deferral, which means that basically it's holding off until they actually have to start paying, then
Even the interest rate?
yeah, they just no, yeah. When you're in deferment, that's what happens. Everything
Okay.
kind of stops until you say, okay, now you're ready to start paying because maybe now you stopped going to school and now you can start actually charging you
Okay.
because they may have not stopped accumulating more debt.
But is it like a ridiculous amount of interest, like 15%?
No. Usually, most college student loan debts, depending, but average is anywhere between as low as like 3.4% to as high as possibly 6.7,
Okay.
maybe even 7.8%. So it's
What
not
about a new car?
give or take, yeah, depends.
Sure.
So, but at the end of the day, though, one of the biggest issues most people have brought up is that okay, we're in this issue now. Here's the problem. Okay, great, it's 10 grand across the board. Some people may only have 9 grand, so that they can care.
Yeah.
Some people have 35,000. I guess 25,000.
Yeah, some people have a lot.
So it's people who are, I remember a lawyer friend of mine, 185,000 in loans.
Yeah,
Not 175, but it's something,
It's strange to me that they want to do it in a lump sum and not a percentage base. Like,
Yeah, that would
Okay,
make
why
a lot
would
more
you-
sense. Like, we're going to pay off 25% of whatever the student does.
right.
Like-
Or,
But I guess lump
We're gonna-
sum would be better because everybody gets $10,000
Yeah,
instead of going
it's
25% of $180,000
versus 25% of
loan.
5 grand is
Yeah.
like, oh, cool.
So I guess, but even still, like I could see if you wanted to do $10,000, I could understand that. That is going to help the college students that are coming out that don't have a lot of money
And
that
what-
aren't established.
sorry.
I want when you get up into that $50,000 range, that's a bit ridiculous to me. You signed up for this. You signed the papers to go to school and said, I accept these loans. Just like buying a car, just like buying a house. You said, yes,
Yeah.
I will pay this off. This is your job.
Yeah, this is your
This-
debt.
Yeah, but
You're-
you can't come take my diploma, but you
you're-
can come take my car.
You're not going to school. You're still going to school to get your education. School didn't just stop. Like, school still happened. It
School
moved to
never
virtual,
stops. There's always
but
school.
it still went to virtual. It went to these hybrids. School is still going on. You're still getting your education and going to.
Well, it's not based
Like-
on anything that has to do with the pandemic. It's just saying there's a problem with student loan debt.
But you signed up for it. That's my thing.
And there's going to be the 50-50 side of this. Definitely, definitely happening. Like when I went to school, I only ended up having like $1,000 in loans,
Me too.
and luckily it was paid off. It was a low amount. So now a big issue, and I completely understand where this side of the argument is coming from, but the other side of the argument, like what they're saying is, we got to start changing this because it's gone
Sure.
way out of control. There was no good enough checks and balances for
I
and this is
think
from
that
20
people
years
should
ago
have
plus.
have to repay what they borrowed. Like, if you want to
Fine, knock off the
knock
interest,
the interest rates down to zero, fine.
but pay your
But
Okay.
pay what
What they're
you
doing.
used, pay what you took out. Like, that is your responsibility as an adult.
or set a flat fee amount going like, okay, fine, you'll only have to pay 5% on top of that interest because the company's got to make money.
Right.
They got to make their money back. Inflation costs, things cost more. But they're also proposing that new loans from whatever time forward they want to move with. And again, like I said, it started with prior administration. Current is trying to kind of maintain it, and they're saying, well, from here forward, 0%
Right.
loans. So, which I get, but at the same time, the same argument, then how are they going to make money? What's the incentive
Right.
for loans? So is that
Well,
going to
yeah,
make loans
why
more
would you
difficult,
want to
or is it going to make
give-
costs go higher?
Right.
Why would you want to give a student loan?
Yeah.
Now, I default on my loan. Are they like any other collection company that, well, you owe us 10 grand, but I'll take 5 grand just to make this go away?
Yes.
Do they?
I'm
asking because I
It
don't
depends
know.
on the loan because a lot of these are federal.
Now,
Right.
So they can't.
maybe not from the loan program itself, but you can go through other companies that will help you manage the debt, and they'll get the company to agree to a
They might settle
lesser
the
amount.
loan.
They'll settle for you.
Yeah.
I know someone that has done that.
Okay. And no,
And
curiosity.
they still have a good amount of lump sum that they need to pay off, but it's more manageable. They were able to break it down into payments without all the interest,
Okay.
and it's
not
almost paid off now,
Okay.
so
No.
it has helped.
Curiosity. Did they actually do debt
Consolidation.
consolidation, or was it actually like a
No, she
payoff?
actually got it through the company.
Okay.
She's like, I can't afford to pay this, and the interest rates and all the fees have just made this debt so much more than it originally was.
Like, just
Like,
stop.
I
I'm
can't-
going
yeah.
to pay it. Just stop.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
like,
Okay,
I'm
no,
going
that's
to
cool.
pay this, but I
That's
need
cool.
it in manageable payments, and I need the interest rate adjusted.
We've all done it. Don't take out loans that you can't pay back.
Yeah. So
That is a learning thing. Like,
Yeah.
that is a learning thing because.
No.
it-
I
But
believe.
life and death. I
correct.
understand.
Yeah.
I still believe though exceptions to the rules are always out there. We get sometimes people get like one afternoon in life and all of a sudden this happens. We get it.
100%.
Yeah, but that's not 98% of the population.
No, when we lost our T-shirt business back in 2008, we lost our house because of it. We took out a loan on a house that we could not afford because things tanked. Life happens. Things like that happen. It's not like you can prepare for it, but it's also not the government's job to come in and save you from that.
No, exactly.
And now
I wasn't expecting the government to go, okay, here's money to pay off your house and you can continue to live there.
Even though Bank of America said they put out the plans for you to be able to.
Yeah, we tried the department and stuff through Bank of America.
If in good standing, you're able to maintain.
Now, here's the other thing. College needs, and we talked about this, and we'll get into this a little bit more. College needs to be restructured. The rates of what they're charging for classes are absurd. The classes that you need to take to attain a degree are stupid. A lot of them they have nothing to do with your major.
Degree.
Tennis is nice, it's a free credit. That's what I'm saying.
But that's just my thing. So you're taking out student loans that you say, you know what, when I get out of college, I'll be able to afford one, because I'm going to have this job that's going to make me $50,000 a year. I can afford the $30,000 in loans spread out over the next 15, 20 years. I'll be able to do that. But then you get into college and you're taking all of these crap classes, then you change your major, and now you're taking all these other classes and blah, blah, blah. Before you know it, you're 6, 7, 8 years deep into college to get your degree, and you got tons more loans.
I changed majors twice, because I went from business major to undecided to my psychology.
The whole college thing needs to be, all of the structure of the pricing needs
But
to be
also looking at this right here, they're talking about the national universities show that in the past 20 years, average tuition at private colleges rose 144%. At public, for out-of-state, went up 165%. For in-state, it went up 212%.
And how that adjusts to inflation is even adjusting that for inflation.
That's still 20% over.
Yeah, private universities have increased by like $10,000 per year, and public.
No, more than 5,000 and 13,000 was the
annual. 5 and 13.
That's insane.
I'm so sorry. No, you're right. 13,000 for the private ones. So
now here's another issue that I have with forgiving the student loan. What about the people that paid theirs off?
Yeah. Who did struggle through the thing?
Who struggled through life to pay their stuff off? Who went? Do we get student loan reparations?
That instead of living in a $100,000 house, lived in a $50,000 house,
or lived in a trailer, or whatever they had to do to pay off their loans so they can be debt free. So what are we saying to those people when we hand out $10,000, $50,000 to people that are just like,
so what
give me my free money?
was proposing is that he wanted to do $10,000 in forgiveness, and the $50,000 that other people have proposed, he said that's too much. We should take that extra money that we were going to use for student loan forgiveness and put it into early childhood education.
Or what about the person that just paid it off in 2020? Can they get that?
I like giving a stimulus. Here, if you want to hand out free money, hand $5,000 out to every college graduate that graduated 10 years ago. over the last decade.
Now, Chad, jump in on this. If you've had experience with this, let us know. Shows, information and whatnot. But also, with prior administration, this has kind of been a continuance into new administration where they talked about how, in the meantime, loans have been paused. So in 2020, maybe they did pay off in 2020 because they weren't charged, and they still are. So it's kind of like a across-the-board deferment for everybody.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, though, that's going to balloon and blow up later because they're kind of like with the mortgages. Hey, instead of making me, pay the mortgage now, whatever, back it up and then put it to the end of the thing. We'll pay the interest at the end or something. But not everybody was able to do that.
Banks are going to get super aggressive in getting that money collected, and they're also going to be super aggressive in who they hand out money to in the future.
Well, yeah, which I think should be, but it's going to create the bar a little too high,
right?
Which is not the point of college,
right?
I also think that in high school there should be some program or something instead of guidance counselors pushing college, that they should be educating children that they can go to technical schools, that they can get trade certifications, they can do other things and still make more than if they went to college.
I wish they would force
on the job training or
internships. Dual
internships.
enrollment, whether it's a technical college or
some kids are barely graduating. So you can't really force them to take college classes.
But you and I would have done it just to stay busy. Like, let's be honest about it. Like, oh, well, I can go learn to weld. Heck yeah, let's go do something.
Yeah,
I can play with fire.
I like the
Yes.
idea of like having them do some sort of trade school, which is why I took business classes in high school. Like, I found them super interesting.
That's
I think by
Like,
your
I
junior
felt-
year,
it
your
felt
core
like-
focuses should be toward whatever you are thinking you
Yeah.
want to do with
Yeah.
your life.
So dual enroll, graduate with your AA, and then, okay, is that what I want to do, or do I want to change my course?
Now, and
Well,
also-
AAs are pretty much focused on the crap courses that you have to
Okay.
take.
But that's
So
what
he's
she's
talking
But
about-
you
getting
get it out
that,
of the way.
getting that
It's
stuff out of the
free.
So
way.
worst case scenario, you get the AA out of the way, or you got at least minimum.
Because to me, these
And I know kids that have done that, and it's great because when they graduate, they can focus on their major.
right,
Mhm.
which I
But
think
there
should
are
be.
some kids who are barely getting through high school as it is, so you can't.
But
like,
so those
after the
courses
college.
should be offered so that way you don't have to take Spanish 2 or English 4. But you know what? In your senior year, you shouldn't be forced to take any courses that are not towards what you plan to do
Yeah.
because you should take calculus 2. For what? You need to go take geometry.
Unless you're gonna do
Take a geometry
geometry.
course when you're going to go do something that just doesn't pertain.
We get it. Math is
Because
important. Think
But-
about
Okay, if you're gonna
people
be
who
a
know math to
contractor-
create things like
My
that.
junior and
If you're
senior
gonna be a
year, I had to.
contractor, then sure, go take geometry.
Thankfully,
If
I
you're gonna
took
be an
more
accountant,
courses that were
calculus,
tuned.
statistics.
My parents guided me to take more courses that were tuned toward what I wanted to do in my future instead of that being, and like you said, if there's kids that are struggling, then okay, they don't have to take those courses. But high
But
schools should be
technical
focusing
school.
more
Yeah,
toward that.
I
Like,
get,
try to step-
like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
See,
what if I
our
can be a field
school
tech when I graduate.
was,
Like, yeah.
I don't know if all high schools have the funding to offer
Sure.
all these different
Yeah,
types
because
of
you got to pay
courses.
those specific teachers.
So,
kind of
so you see, so it's a huge big. Actually, you're right. Didn't even think about that. So it's a huger
Because we
issue.
had business classes, but I don't think there was like any specialty classes for someone who wanted to go into construction.
But
or
that's what I
welding
mean
or-
is that's where Travis technically, so EJ's dual enrolled.
Mhm.
EJ can go to college for free for those 2 years and get his AA because it's part of the funding that they get. So if he chooses to go to construction, we'll go to Travis.
Sure.
Let that be an option instead of just Polk State or the back
Polk
college. No.
Southeast.
Southeast. Thank you. Whew, that was killing me. Those are the only two options he has to go to.
Yeah, I don't like that when you go to college, your whole first year is focused on stuff that you could have done in high school
Or
That
did
you-
do in high school.
or did do in high
Yeah,
school
you
that
can-
you don't need.
Well,
You it's not
do
pertaining to your
you do
major.
take classes, like a pre-screening, so if you pass
Yeah,
your
that's
pre-screen, then you
correct.
don't have to take those courses.
So, Chad, jump in. I mean, four trains of thought, some
yeah.
similar, some not. But at the same time, though, I believe the bottom line of the article also got to that we were reviewing at least. It's that the issue of infrastructure, like what you're getting at, because it's going to come down to that. If you have to start now,
Offer the classes or
offer the
offer
yeah, so it's going to come down to
kids
that. So
to go off site.
does it mean we
and
get
take
taxed
those
more
classes.
now? Is it's going to be trickled down to the everyday consumer, and how's that going to affect it? But having a proper, so that's what they're talking about as well. Not only just a $10,000 forgiveness, but saying they got to restructure, look at it, and it's going to go so much deeper than just saying change the system. The system's going to affect every single one of us.
Yeah, because when they were talking to kids, like, why did you go to college? Why did you get so in debt trying to graduate college? Like, even the kids that didn't graduate. They're like, oh, because it's better, you get a better paying job, and companies will hire you if you have a degree. Like, that's what's being taught, and that was what was taught when we were
Stop
in
teaching
school.
that.
Is that, oh, if you go to college, you're going to get a job. Like,
It's not guaranteed.
It's not true.
Not
Because you can
anymore.
go to college and still be an a-hole and not get a job.
Yeah.
and like, you can just like high school, you can do the bare minimum, get by, get your degree,
Pending.
and when you go for that job interview, you still don't know anything. You're not going to get
Pending
hired.
the job that you're going for is what matters. If you're
if
trying
you're
to
gonna
go
be a
be
doctor,
a
good.
paralegal or something like that and study under a lawyer, blah blah blah. Yeah, you probably should have a college degree for this, and this. They're not just going to hire somebody straight out of high school to be like, yeah, come on,
Well, the grunt work,
But-
they would.
And that's the thing. But and so the teachers teaching that you have to go to college to get a good paying job, that's got to stop.
I think times have changed. I think more people are realizing that because they hear so many stories like, oh, Bill Gates and oh, what's this British
I know
other
you're talking
yeah,
about,
that's
Virgin Airlines,
Virgin, yeah. A lot of people did not go to college. What's his name? I forget. Anyways, but yeah, there's a lot of
Like,
examples
there's
out there.
tons-
Being
people
smart
that
and
went-
educating yourself and getting good at something, that takes
There's
time
tons of
and
people
work.
who went to college,
and-
got a degree, and aren't using their
oh
degree
yeah,
as well.
yeah. A bunch. Yeah.
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 Like, I'm one of the very few people that
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
that actually am doing what I went to.
I think you're the only person I know that actually uses the same
Right,
in the same
right.
field.
And honestly, yes, there are some things that are still relevant, but our field changes so much. Like, we have to keep up on our own and educate ourselves and
Darn you,
Constantly-
iOS 14.
take classes and read
Talk about it.
the latest news and programs and stuff that are coming out to stay relevant, to stay on top of.
Would you sit here and here? I know we skipped over some of the other stuff just because this is a great conversation, but would you suggest going to four-year university?
No,
now?
technical college all day long.
And I'm in that same.
No.
And yes, it matters based on what your degree is.
Yeah.
If you're going to be a doctor, you're going to be able to.
But unless your
that,
child
but-
Unless
has,
you see where I was going already.
Yeah.
unless your child is demonstrating a strong will to do one of those specialized jobs,
That's my.
It
Then
requires
I'm not
four,
gonna-
4 years of
we've
education.
talked about it. We're not
Okay.
going to push Tyler to go to a college if he wants to do anything that doesn't require
I
a
don't
degree.
care. It does not. It
No,
does
I do
not
think you should
bother
get
me.
some sort of higher learning, whether you take online classes, if you take
Certifications.
Get
certifications, if
yeah.
you go to Travis, if you are an intern with a company that you want to work for, a type of business that you want to go into and be an apprentice.
So yes, talking to Michael Pat and Jessica Fowler, they're dying for workers. Our service industry is going to crap because
Right.
Because people are pushing college, like it's
they're pushing college and nobody wants to physically work.
Right.
So
everyone wants to
enforcing
sit behind
a
a computer.
child, and I'm not child labor laws, just calling them the hell down.
Yeah.
But teaching a child to go out there and use their hands.
Right.
There's nothing wrong
Right.
with it. Don't be dependent
Or even
on
having your
someone
kids go outside and play. It starts early rather than sitting them in front of the TV or giving them video games to play.
Yes.
Yes, those have their place,
Yes,
and that's
absolutely.
great,
But
but make them go
unclog
outside.
your toilet
Make
by
them.
yourself. Don't call
Right.
somebody because you can't unclog your freaking toilet.
And by the way, for those who may not know, there's a place around here we kept mentioning called Travis Technical.
Okay.
It's a trade
Technical,
school,
yeah.
Trade
college
school.
kind of thing. So just in case everybody's going, who's Travis?
What is Travis and why he's so technical?
This guy doesn't know all the details.
Wack's sister, his youngest sister, went to a technical high school. So
Yeah.
they actually get
Tempe
Yeah.
a tech certificate upon graduation. She was a vet tech when she
That's
graduated.
amazing.
Graduated from there. Now she was at Florida Southern and is getting ready to graduate at Florida
But
Southern.
I think there needs to be more of
But
that.
so far ahead because, like, she came right out of high school and could go to
I think Jenkins does
any of the ones around here.
academies.
Yeah.
I
And that's-
just saw that I think.
Yeah, I think the tech colleges is where it's where it's at. Your specialized colleges for the jobs that you can get.
Tenorock High
Yes,
School is now
correct.
going to offer the Cambridge AICE program, which is like basically a dual enrollment onto Cambridge University.
So, quick question now, kind of talking away from the money side and infrastructure of things. That question I put on there, just out of curiosity, we all four went to college? Did we?
I didn't finish, no.
Okay.
I didn't
Okay,
finish.
you went.
I got technical
Right.
certs because it just made more sense and it was
Okay.
cheaper.
So then, no, I went, when I say went to college, I'm talking about, I had the traditional
So
sense.
wait, man, I just worked there.
It's like college. So you're dealing with drunk people all the
No,
time?
no, no, no.
It is like
I decided I didn't want. I did go to college, and I went to college for 4 years. But I decided I did not want to be what I was
In school for?
going to school for.
So what was your experience like? Because again, I did the same thing. I went here for Southern, 4 years.
It was like winter school.
It was a big party.
The first 2.5 of them were a little blurry. So,
I went
all
to
four.
Polk State and I was doing it on my own dime. I didn't want my dad to pay for it. And then I was like, okay, I really need to focus on what I want to do because these classes are dumb. And I'm paying $300 for a freaking class and $300 for a freaking book. No.
Yep.
I'm going to go do this.
Yeah. So I didn't live on campus, but I did have that experience with my friends who did, and sometimes I maybe crashed at their place. But I didn't get that experience because I know you went to USF. So I didn't have that big college
Me
experience.
either. I went to University of Tampa.
Yeah,
It's
you-
very
yeah, so-
small
yeah,
school,
small.
and I lived at home as well. So
Yeah.
I drove back and forth.
Oh wow, just getting over the bridge right there is
Yeah.
masochist. So,
Well, that's where my records. No, I got hurt.
oh goody memories. So, But anyways, yeah, the University of Tampa out there is by which bridge is that?
Not far from you, huh?
It's right after, like, you cross over from I-4 to 275.
The Curtis Hickson Water Park right there.
Yep.
And then right across that, there's a bridge.
Hillsborough.
Yeah,
I
Hillsborough.
went to USF, was in the marching band, so we had football games almost every
Yeah,
Friday.
he got the full coverage.
Did you live here or did you live on campus?
So I lived at home so I started college when I was 17. Because I graduated because the way it lined up.
Your age.
So I started college in August of 99, and I was 17 when I turned 18 in October. I moved out and got my own apartment.
Okay.
And then typically freshmen are supposed to live on campus. I did not. I lived off campus.
He technically lived at home.
Yeah, I lived at home and nobody knew that I moved out because I lived in Riverview.
They're not the IRS.
I mean, my parents
Right,
knew.
yeah, they're not like
but yeah, I
your
lived,
parents'
so
children.
I kind of had, not the party house, but I had a hangout house that our marching band friends and everybody came over because they couldn't hang out and do what they wanted to do in their dorm rooms. So they came over and hung out at our house and had a good time. Like I said, marching band, I had marching band practice 2-3 days a week, and then football games every Friday, and then in the spring semester it was basketball band, concert band, and all that stuff. So that was my college.
Yeah, we had, our class sizes were small, like high school size classes.
Yeah.
Like there were like 20, 30 kids at most in a class. So
Yeah, and
I always had direct access to my professors.
Yeah.
Like they were always personal. You could always go up and talk to someone after class.
That's one thing that I liked as well. We had maybe 20, 30 at max, and you had accessibility to them. The
But I feel like that's more
I only really had that at the College of Music. All the rest was no.
Yeah, if you get into philosophy 101 first, you're
Macroeconomics. I was in an auditorium.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I'm assuming I keep thinking I forget the movie name, but like everybody's putting like recorders. Even the teacher started putting like a voice recorder teaching the class.
Yeah.
And, somebody remember that 80s movie? I forget.
Macroeconomics came around, and my roommate, that's how I met my roommate. We were sitting there like, this is terrible and stupid. And then we were like, listen, you take notes. I'm going to go. And then, for you.
I'm sorry, actually, it was horrible.
Wasn't what I wanted to do.
I passed it in summer.
For either major that I was like, we just swapped which day who was going to be in class.
And
take notes and
and then take notes. I went to the bowling alley for the 2 hours, and I went and did all you can bowl for 2 hours, and then we got home later in the evening. I got the notes from him, went over everything.
How do I feel that like if
Drop
he
the
forced
class
Tyler to go to college, that's probably what he would do with his time.
I don't know if it still exists.
So be in the college
there was a bar around USF over there. I think it was on Fowler. They used to do a nickel beer nights.
Yeah, he was there.
That is dangerous.
When I was 18.
Yeah, here's the $1 bill. I'm not going to go dry till tomorrow.
Yeah, it was $2 pitchers at Yingling as well on Thursday nights with karaoke. Yeah.
Back then would have been great. Right now it sounds
and I think
because Yingling's right there.
Yeah, and we went back. I went back a couple years after, and I think you were with me. She's like,
wrong girl.
no, but went back. The same bartender or the same server was still there. It was like 4 years later. Same server.
All right, I think we need to.
Yeah,
we need to move on.
Anyways, we moved off topic just a little bit off of student loans.
One quick note though, I do want to make that if you're going to stay for school, college, anything like that. Number one, talk to me. Number two, 529 college plans are the way to go.
Yes.
All right, you got it. You heard from me. Next.
Yes, do that. We have it for
We
Tyler.
have it for Tyler, and he can use it for trade school.
Yep.
Yeah, you can.
That's the hopes. Local business shout out, good stuff. What you got?
I went to eat lunch with Nate Snell, Barfield, and Church yesterday. Did our BNI 1-to-1. We went to good time.
Good time.
Thank you. That was time.
And it's really good.
It was.
He likes going there. Last 1-to-1 we had.
They have a lot of healthy options.
Yeah.
So I didn't realize that his wife prefers the whole not pescatarian. What's you eat seafood? Like vegetarian, you eat seafood.
Pescatarian?
Pescatarian.
Pescatarian.
That word, whatever it is.
Pescatarian.
So anyways, he introduced me to some really cool things that I hadn't had because I'd only had like a specific salad, and I was like, oh, this is really yummy. I like it. Anyways, my big old truck fit, so thanks. Good time. Appreciate it.
So, and I want to thank Curry Mango. I do think they need to spice up their spicy because they even have their hot stuff and it's still not spicy for me.
For me,
So-
it burned my mouth.
Yeah.
So it's just him. It's just your taste buds.
Yeah, so apparently I can't feel anything anymore. So, touch. Chat, defend me. Defend me.
Don't defend his tongue. That's his own fault.
He said
All right, I want to shout out to
Paddy for the sake.
Moving on.
Uncommon Threads Boutique. They have super cute clothes, and they started carrying some shoes and some jewelry. So
I was checking that out. So
And popsicoozies.
oh yeah, and Tyler was a model for them. Not that they sell kids clothes, but they have these really cute popsicle covers, which they're in his room right now.
Popsicoozies.
And you put your little icy pop into them, and it keeps your hands
Oh,
not
From
from freezing.
Pretty
That's
cool.
awesome.
Pretty cool.
I did see the picture. It was like,
Yeah. And then mine is Harry's Seafood in downtown. Every time we go, it's just absolutely delicious food.
is that where y'all went for supper?
Yep.
Okay.
The dinner is always on point. Service is always good. Like, just they don't stress over all the other craziness that's going on in the world, and I just appreciate it.
I always run into our roofer family over there. Every time. I was like, oh, hi guys.
Now that we've talked about the good stuff, let's talk about the grinds my gears. This guy, he can't wait to get to his.
oh God.
I actually want to change mine from what I
Go ahead.
So we all have those people that we drop anything and everything for because they call. Well, when it's not reciprocated and you have to listen to them vent on the phone
I was gonna say
about
she's attacking me.
Yeah.
stories about
What do we also attack all of a sudden?
Is it?
yes, it's all about freaking or Wack and Paddy. It's all no.
Oh, tell me to forgot.
But that's what grinds my gears is this man drops everything for this person and this person can't stop to allow him to, get his shit done. And it just grinds my gears.
That's not fair.
No.
Well, don't do that. Don't be that person. And if you don't know who that person is, you're that person.
Well, if you were offended by me saying that, you're probably one too.
I respond pretty quickly on chat. Just want to let you know, okay?
Attacks.
It was not much.
I did send her 2 days.
That we're gonna have to make a change.
And reschedule.
Then now, yeah.
So,
You know what
okay.
grinds your gears?
What about back to Monday?
So,
Somebody didn't put something on the calendar.
my gears are being grinded a lot by drivers recently.
Again?
Yes.
This whole section was about drivers. I was like, oh, we're talking about college.
I know, but what grinds my gears about college is the fact that I can't remember how
So let's talk about cars. Me neither.
Yeah, no. Well, because people drive in college as well, and they need to learn right now how to properly use their vehicle. Your hazard lights. For the love of whatever you believe in, or don't believe in, I don't care. Properly use them. In the rain. No.
It's illegal.
Yes, it actually is. So, I want to become a cop just to give people tickets. That's it.
And you're blinding people that have astigmatisms. Knock it off.
Yes.
On top of that. So,
Which
yeah.
is most Americans.
Yeah, and again, so in heavy turns, whatever like that, I get it. If you pull off on the shoulder, then you turn around and people know, hey, I'm off on the shoulder.
When you're parked.
Yeah, when you're parked and you're there, okay, that's right. Now when you're doing it, now maybe I get it. If you're carrying something big wide load or something, whatever, in a car, you maybe have a giant mattress on top of your car, which you shouldn't be doing anyways.
But even then, you're supposed to have a flag on, not using your hazard.
Exactly, yeah, flag, but if it's more than like 8 or 10 feet or it's hanging out of the back, you go right there, whatever.
Which you're not supposed to be doing. But yes.
Yeah, exactly. But still, okay, fine, I get it, trying to give people a warning, fine. But if you're just sitting there, just like an a-hole, don't. Why? Because I don't care if I just bought this car. I will ram into you because now I can't. I got an SUV.
Oh, yeah, you better got that gap
I got that gap insurance coming out for you. Wait, did I just admit to murder? No. Anyways.
Right?
All right, go, Paddy.
Alrighty. So when you're driving along and the parking lot is packed, and you're trying to find a parking spot, and you find a spot, you are ready to pull into that spot, and you go, and there's a smart car.
Just like that.
That's
I feel
like
if
Dale
you
Jones.
have a short car, you should not pull it all the way up to the front of the spot. You
Or the
should
ones that
leave
go
it.
over the curb, like you just tore off your whole.
Smart car, golf cart, motorcycle. Ah!
Shouldn't- if you're gonna park, I understand you gotta park your car.
If it takes
Then
10 steps to
don't
pass your car, that's
Pull it
fine.
all the way up to the front. Like when people are looking for spots and they see that empty spot.
Yeah,
like
if you got a
gap
smart car, you
between
better
the
be
cars.
like,
Yeah, like,
Park it towards the
halfway.
middle of
Have
the
an
spot.
extended cab, long bed truck. Stop it.
Stop going all the way up to the left. Anyways.
Too funny.
mine is not speeding up when you get on the on-ramp on the highway, for the love of God.
Get on to the
When
next
you are
thing.
turning the corner and you start to go, you see that circle, that means step on the gas. You need to be Dale Earnhardt. Nope, never mind, because he ain't on. You need to be
You need to be Dale
you need to be a
Earnhardt.
NASCAR driver and step on the gas. You look for the turn, check and see if any cars are coming so you know how fast you gotta go, and then you vroom and you get up to speed before you get to that exit lane. I don't understand, man.
That's your last name? Balsine, is that correct? Amber Balsine?
Balcony.
Sorry.
Seriously, come on, people. Like, step on the gas. Get your butt up to speed so you can scoot over.
All right. We're full of road rage here.
Yeah, so, and these are all tips for future drivers, college drivers.
15-year-old drivers, I don't care. Step on the gas.
That's true. But now let's talk about happy
Yeah.
the theme of the week. We should now bring them up. So, Frick, if you'd like.
Well, I changed mine too, because I found this one last night.
Be glad that my things have to be reset, and that's why there's no background, by the way. The bar's gone. So, the bar will be back soon. But
Okay,
we'll
so
put it these later.
what's his name? Dilbert?
Dilbert.
Okay. Did you get the text or did you get the email that I texted you? What does that even mean? Makes sense. What the heck is wrong with you? Let it go. He slips in and out under standing basic technology. Do we have enough room in the cloud to Skype? Because if we don't, we can store some more files on the Wi-Fi. I got this. We have plenty of space because we've upgraded to the, I don't even know that word.
It's the longest meme ever.
I know, a very good movie. But the point is people have a conversation with me, and I think it's hysterical because you're like, yeah, I just texted you an email. Which one was it? Is it green or white? Which one did you text me? So anyways.
Non-tech talking.
Yes.
Try to tech
People who
talking.
have try to have tech conversations and they don't make any sense because they don't know what they're talking about.
Yes. Just like
It's me talking to most of my clients. They're like,
I know, they're just sitting there like,
Yes.
Or when they call the menu button a hamburger button.
Yeah.
I'm like,
and I go,
that's why.
he's gonna do this.
Because I have to explain it to
I
them
know.
and they don't. Yeah, that's why she comes to all the meetings with me. And
Because I've already learned the way he talks, and not that I would do it all, but I understand how he's gonna.
I'm like header tags and this and that. She's like the big font.
At the top of the page, yeah, there you go.
And then the lower font.
She
Your
speaks
headings and
so that's the IT meme of the week, is speaking to end users and they're speaking their language and we're translating going, what?
So I'll include mine because mine is not that wordy. It just says college in 4 pictures, and it shows it's a SpongeBob. Yeah, you'll see it when. Yeah, it's.
you see it.
Oh, yeah.
You see it.
You see it.
All right. So
Not you will.
You see it.
kids love to show off, and I just thought this was funny. It says an 11-year-old me after jumping 4 stairs in front of my cousins, and it looks like you're in the Matrix, and you just like landed this giant, awesome jump.
What do you mean? I still do that.
Yeah,
It's like,
same.
me.
Aha! The superhero smash.
So
That's
Tyler
actually
loves to
cool.
do that. Like he'll jump off of something, like his little step stool that's like maybe 4 or 5 inches tall, and he jumps off. He's like, "I'm gonna jump. This is a giant jump."
Just to let you
And
know.
he's like, "You watching? Are you watching, Mom?" I'm watching. Jumps. I did it.
I did it.
But you know what? It's a small thing you're gonna be proud of.
Right.
Because later on, life is gonna knock us all down.
We get excited for him.
Absolutely, you have
It's
to.
super cute.
So mine was the best time to call me is text message.
Yes.
Don't call me, please.
If I call you, I need something.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Like, I
schedule each other's
answer.
occasion.
Schedule a time to talk. If not, don't call
Well,
me.
even then, it's like, hey, do you have 5 minutes?
Right.
Or you can just Calendly.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Normally,
Yeah.
you're like, "Hey, can I call you?"
TVAmarketing.com/booking.
Maybe I should do that.
You can schedule a time to call. 15. I bumped it back to 15-minute intervals, even though I block off 30. Just in
Give
case.
yourself leeway. Give yourself leeway.
Yeah.
Well, you have to because somebody gets talkative. Right?
Yeah, but still,
Oh, yeah.
come on,
Like him.
best time to call. Text.
All right.
Hit me, just hit me.
We say, "Hey, you have a few minutes."
I'm usually
We
maybe
jump on
even
call.
coding or ads
Or maybe
or.
I'm pooping, because you always seem to call when I'm pooping. I'm just saying. Not
Just don't tell me. Lie to me. Just hit me.
I do.
Alright. Okay, by the way, I didn't want to forget about this though, but I did want to mention because you did tell us that yesterday, April 7th, was National.
Beer day.
That too.
Well, it was National Beer Day. It was,
Chores.
no house chores.
No house chores?
Was that it?
I forgot the wording of it. But
No,
it was like housework. I think it was housework.
look at-
screwed that up. I did the dishes.
Yeah.
So, National No Housework Day.
Yes.
So, we did want to mention that. So, we're slipping some of that in there, so to speak.
Good thing you did the laundry today.
Couldn't do it yesterday. It's forbidden.
Struck down with
Yep.
lightning.
Oh.
So, alright, so let's do the Would You Rather.
Yeah. Oh.
Would.
Laser sounds.
Oh, Let's give him the slide. As you can see by the icons of me on 7, you guys on 6. Got it. Ready to go.
Pick up for my Zilbert meme. Okay, would you rather clean your own home or have someone else clean it daily? Yes, you have to pay that.
Why the hell you gotta clean it daily? Why's the house?
I don't want to pay someone daily, so I guess I'd rather clean it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
Yeah, if I'm gonna do it myself, yeah.
Like, we talking a whole house cleaning?
Every day.
Well, I mean, like your laundry. I include laundry and dishes and stuff in.
Well, that's called having a maid.
That's normal. Clean
Yeah,
my own.
I feel like it's just part of life.
Yeah.
Now, if I pay once time a month and they come every day or something,
Yeah.
fee, then maybe.
Well, yeah, $3,000.
Yeah.
They
Exactly.
show up every day.
No me gusta.
$100 a day.
Because I saw a post like this lady's like, I need somebody to come to my house 3 to 4 hours a day to come do laundry and do some light cooking. And
You're looking for a maid. You're hiring a maid.
Yeah.
Or you need a nanny too, because it sounds like you gotta take care of your kids. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, the liquid mom.
No,
Someone posted there. She's like, I need to pay someone like 3 or 4 hours a day to come do my laundry and my dishes and do some light cooking.
That's where that's.
And I was like,
I like that they have different voices for the.
Well, that's
Same
where
person.
Well, like,
I'm
reading
like,
in their head.
yeah.
what are you
It's
doing?
great.
What are you doing
Judging voice.
in your
Judging
home
voice.
besides cooking,
They're
cleaning?
looking for
like-
basically they're looking for a nanny or a maid.
maybe
That's
she's
exactly
working from home.
right. That's
Maybe she's a life coach.
You know what takes her 3
she
4 hours
just
to do
named it
laundry?
wrong. She said she's looking for a house cleaner. She's not. She's looking for a maid.
Mm-hmm.
She's looking
You're
for
looking
Looking for a
services.
personal assistant or a servant or
No.
a maid.
I know life in Venezuela and life here is completely different, but down there it's not uncommon to have maids. So when my mom moved to the U.S. like several years later, she would say like, "Man, what biggest thing I miss about back home? Having a maid." It's like not the family, not the jokes. She's like, "No, just having a maid."
Someone to do all that.
So, well,
Which
it's somebody to help.
listen, if
And we had living quarters.
if we and that's my thing. If we
Hey,
were rich,
Hey, yeah.
if we were rich and had the money,
If I had the money, I'd be having one too. So
yeah,
I'm only being judgy because I don't have the money to have one,
My,
or I have the money to have one. I just don't
don't want it.
want to spend it that way.
well, mom had a maid, but she only came like twice a week or whatever. But she was when I say full-time mom, I mean full-time mom at every practice, at the PTA meetings.
yeah.
She was
Yeah.
freaking
Yeah.
mom. But
And it's different. I mean, people who have like a lot of kids and they're all in
It was just
extracurriculars. And
siblings.
Yeah, you do that.
I don't claim them. Love you.
Listen, I think it'd be cool to have like butlers and maids and
Yeah.
things like that. That'd be
It
awesome.
would be nice.
Especially somebody that is actually like happy to do that job and get paid daily.
I can have a driver.
Right? So it was so funny because back when
We need
back when
children.
I need.
back when we had
children.
back when we had the t-shirt shop though, and Daniel started working there, he's like, man, you could just pay me to drive you around all day. I was like, that's actually kind of cool. But no, I don't make that kind of money.
Then my children.
Because we go make t-shirt deliveries and
Oh,
whatnot.
yeah.
And he's like, I could just drive it. Just pay me to drive around all day.
Okay. All right. So moving on to Frack's phobias now.
Yeah.
And again, this is more geared towards the schooling. Would you rather have sophophobia, which is a fear of learning, or athazagoraphobia, fear of being forgotten or ignored or forgetting?
The second one.
Say
Because
it.
I'm going to make you remember me.
Say it.
No.
Athaza. Athazagoraphobia.
Agatha.
Athazagoraphobia.
Agatha.
Agatha Christie. That one.
He definitely does not have the fear of forgetting of learning.
Yeah, I'd rather have a fear of being forgotten.
So that means that if anybody in your family or friends ever had dementia,
I just wanted to see him.
Are we all?
They might
Or did
remember.
you say yours? Did you
No,
say
yeah.
They would remember you just a lot younger.
yeah. But still, you can turn on the heater. You just got ice cold in here. Damn.
That shocks you?
All right.
I mean, no, it doesn't shock me. Just how quickly you responded shocks me.
I just hang down.
You know what? I'm telling the truth. It comes
I
out.
know.
Would you rather be stuck driving behind someone who was texting or using social media on their phone when you're late? Or would you rather wear wet socks all day?
I'm stuck
Stop
driving
driving.
behind them.
I'm always stuck behind somebody because you don't step on the gas getting on the highway.
It's not like you have all the time in the world, like you're late going somewhere, which we're always late, but you're late, you're in a hurry, and then the
It's
person
just
in
like,
front of
oh,
you
no,
is
really.
on their phone.
I would rather deal with it because I can calm myself down. But wearing wet socks, I would just annoy myself. I'm like, I'm not cut my feet off.
Yeah,
I'm done.
I don't.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I can't.
In my
squishy
truck,
socks
like
and
lights come up.
Yeah.
I will still roller skate to the bottom of my feet.
I got a bunch of ways that I'm gonna annoy you if I'm stuck behind you while you're texting or driving.
Oh yeah.
That eventually
they're both
you're gonna move
ways.
out of the way or get tapped out of the way. One of the two. Depends on if I
Is
buy
it-
that new Hummer with a rail guard in front.
Is it real?
But wet socks, man.
I can't.
Yeah.
Every time you
It
step
sounds like
forward,
you're wearing
no.
tennis shoes.
You don't get sick.
Just like that.
Yeah,
Just like that. All right. Would you rather lose your toothbrush for a week
Ew.
or lose your razor for 2 weeks?
Razor all day.
Double it on you.
I know.
I'm not hairy. Like I can go 2 weeks.
That's what I was thinking. I was
I'm
coming
trying to be hairy.
So,
Lowest-
like, me too. A little bit of razor.
He knows that, like, even the littlest bit of stubble, like, I have to shave. Like, I can't have.
For yourself,
I need to
not
be.
on-
Yeah, I have to be
Yeah,
smooth.
that
I
should
don't
totally
like
keep
body
this.
hair. Yeah, it's just. But yeah, I could not go without my
She
toothbrush.
doesn't like
so.
younger men.
Huh?
Yeah, I could not be without my toothbrush for like a day, let alone a week.
Yeah.
This should have been. Can you not wash your hair for 2 weeks? Because I can do that.
Listen,
Oh, come on.
we'll be back next
If
week.
you notice, you need to wash.
Never have I ever.
And don't forget, the rule is
I might have.
whatever you hear, if you've done
If
it.
you've done it, you drink.
Drink if you did it.
I try to get these as close as I could to college material. Those are the first ones where they're obvious. So,
Like-
so never have I ever gone streaking.
Quad through the gymnasium.
Nope.
I'm just gonna
Not
sit this right here.
completely
Alright.
naked. No.
Paddy.
Never have I ever auditioned for a reality show.
Nope.
What do you do in American Idol?
No, it was actually real world.
I was gonna say that was my second guess was going over there, which was,
You know, the 90s.
Yeah. The 90s.
I can't believe they didn't cast you. Never have I ever dined and ditched.
Nope.
Not proud of it.
Because I grew up, like my first jobs were serving and bartending. So.
My stepdad was military. We get in trouble.
Listen, I'm sorry.
And your other dad owns a bar.
And I don't care, but that lady in the Northside Denny's, I'm sorry, she deserved it. I don't care. No, it was that kind of scenario where she almost fought us. I'm like, what is wrong with you? I know it's 2 a.m.
Northside,
It's number one.
Denny's.
Yeah,
Two things. You know why.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright.
Anyway,
Go.
Why did I get this one? Never have I ever gone more than 20 miles over the speed limit. Can I just have like
Oh,
a
this is
jug
great.
of water?
That's what
Wait,
we're
I
all
have it
drinking
today.
right now.
I have it today. I don't have
You didn't
water.
bring a drink at all.
I know, I completely forgot.
Dang.
no.
Not even
We
some
have drinks.
Really?
water.
They pay water. They pay
It's
for water.
shocking.
Oh my
We have running water here.
Whoa. She only gets
Leave
tap.
$1 on the counter.
She only gets tap water.
$1 on the counter.
It's all filtered.
True story.
Never have I ever lied to my parents.
Yep, drink.
Sorry, Mom and Dad.
Oh, my parents know.
Never have I ever went more than a day without brushing my teeth.
Drink.
It's called college.
Mm-mm.
No.
It's called just laying in bed all weekend and not.
Never have I ever
No, I still
visited
got
a nude beach.
I have not.
I want to go.
I don't know.
I'm just gonna hold this here.
Yeah,
I'm drinking
I don't
water.
know why you set it down. Ever. Every week. Since inception of this segment.
I know, right?
Just
When I put innocent stuff in there, then
Yeah.
he hasn't picked his parents' flowers before.
Just that.
I bought them flowers.
The one. Go. Which guy?
Oh, it's me again?
Yeah.
Never have I ever given someone a fake phone number. Well, I think it was a real phone number. They were able to call it.
I don't know who they called, but it wasn't my number.
Yeah.
8675309.
Never have I ever gone to work hungover.
I have not.
Never have I ever snuck into a movie.
Well, I paid for the one before that, so does that count?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you didn't know
Yeah,
what we
you
were
just hop through. That's what
I know,
I didn't
I
just
thought
like
today.
walk right in.
Pretty, pretty confident I did that.
Went to another theater after mine.
Well, I don't know it's Hobby Lobby, but there used to be an AMC
Yeah.
theater
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
How many times our old friends of ours used to work there, and my sister
Yeah,
used to work there for a bit, and we just be like, hey,
Just go, man. As long as it's not
plan it and do a movie marathon.
right.
I would go.
As long as it's not sold out.
Hey,
Go, man. Just go.
Especially
Especially back in the
during the
day.
day.
and also on a
Like,
weekday, when people would get up for the day matinee, when people would be exiting, you just walk in.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Here's that. You can go to the bathroom and go right back in. Now they got the ticket counter guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Checking it because
And they had policemen sitting out
Yeah.
there, whatever.
Let people watch the movies.
Like, fool, I paid $25. It should be all you can watch.
Actually, $25. I don't pay that much for dinner sometimes.
I know.
Concierge service.
So now it's all assigned seating. I know you guys have
Right.
that for a while, but
Right.
it's all completely assigned. So I get in there and I'm like, yo,
Well, we always-
give me my seat.
We always did that. 'cause
I
we
did
liked
the
D-box.
D-Box.
Well, it's all seating now.
Yeah.
because of-
Is that what you call
I
it?
love
Yeah,
the
the
D-Box.
D-box.
It is. It makes shit. I don't like it. It looks like it shakes.
She's not in the gutter yet.
I love her
We have
D-Box.
to, we have to move.
Oh wow.
Hey, you caught up. There it is.
Oh wow.
Trending national.
How did
Here we
it
go.
take this
Hey,
long
everybody.
for her?
That took a while.
My bad.
Okay.
Oh.
She's the first one.
The
Box.
But I was thinking movie.
Yeah.
We noticed.
Because I went to the movies this weekend, remember?
Oh yeah, I'm sure you're
Yeah.
D-Box too.
I like D-Box.
How was that Kong?
It was good.
How was Godzilla?
Gojira.
Godzilla.
What?
Was yelling and doing the
That was
voices.
Chewbacca.
Yes, no!
That was a horrible Chewbacca.
No. Godzilla's doing the laser light thing.
It doesn't sound like no.
Shut up!
Trending national.
All right.
What's up in the world?
Lager, pale ale, and IPA lovers rise a pint or bottle.
Grace. Ow.
I don't know why you might not. I don't want one anyway, but whatever.
I'm laughing and I'm like, ow, and fold them up.
So hashtag National Beer Day. Why isn't it National IPA Day? Is IPA beer?
It's just
Yeah, it's
natural beer.
Indian Pale Ale.
Yes.
Oh, see, why did you give me this one?
Because you didn't do your own.
You guys probably hung over
That's why I
today.
got it.
Oh.
Because it was natural.
Because he's a nice guy.
He was a very nice guy, but it's just.
Or she's a nice girl. I don't know which one
I don't know
you
who that is. Thank you. Just,
Sure. Thank you, Ghost Rider. So,
Ghost Writer.
Writer.
Ghost
Yeah.
Writer.
Ryder.
What you got?
So, all right. So, for those who don't know, Yahoo, they actually have a search function.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that I remember. Actually, I remember using many years back, and things like Ask Jeeves and things like that nature.
So you were one of those on Internet Explorer that had all of those little.
No, I did not have all things across the top. No, I was
The
not
toolbar.
that person. I did used to visit
I do.
GeoCities a lot.
You gotta read your headline or what?
Yeah, well, you know what? Yahoo Answers is shutting down.
Kind of like a Quora.
Didn't know that it wasn't already shut down, but thanks for sharing.
Yeah,
I know, when I saw, I read the article
It's-
you
it's
put in
a-
there.
it's
I
a-
thought
It's
Yahoo
a lot
answers to shutting down. I was like, Yahoo's
I know, I was like,
shutting
y'all
down.
are shutting down.
Like, it's about time.
That's why.
So they're planning on taking away that query, and that function takes away. They're going to focus more now on expanding on their email and on their other sites, which I don't know what the hell they do. Outside,
They
have a good,
Verizon email.
We're gonna delete it.
They
We're
have
gonna
a good
delete a
fantasy-
million pages from the search
Fantasy
engine.
sports platform because we use
Yeah.
yes, I'm sure they're doing something
It's
else. So
much better than ESPN.
I don't know how Bing is still holding up to these days, but
Bing.
Not good.
So no, Bing is doing just fine because it comes stock
Well-
on Windows. This is why.
Yeah,
so
Microsoft Edge.
Bing is doing well because it comes stock on Microsoft computers, and older people don't know how to change it over to Chrome or other ones. How many times do you get on someone's computer and they're like, "I want to go to Google Chrome," and you have to go in
When they
and
say I
set
want to
it.
go to Google,
Yeah, I want to go
they
to
don't
Google.
realize that
So Bing is hanging on very well
by accident.
because it comes stock. They've got their deal with Microsoft,
Yeah.
and it comes stock on every Microsoft computer that
That's how
goes
you get your
out.
Windows updates, guys. By the way, you cannot uninstall
Yeah,
them.
so Bing is doing well, and their ads are 30% cheaper than Google's. Letting you know.
I don't know why.
So if you're dummy
Similar platform. So because there
Rhetorical
are roughly 30% less users. Yeah, sure, but
But if you have an older,
you're running
audience,
healthcare ads and stuff like that, or
Right. Makes sense.
Nursing
We're kind
home
of
ads.
reaching out to you.
computer ads, stuff like that.
Yeah,
All right.
I finally just
Okay,
watched
yeah.
it today, or last night actually. Patty.
sorry.
Oh, shocking! It's me, I'm
It's
third.
my turn.
Patty, oh, that's me. Yes, we got it. I got the look. One time, a shot.
Alright, so the new Loki trailer is out and they're saying that it contains a massive hint for the MCU. So, basically, I haven't
Tony
watched the
Stark is
trailer.
back. So Tony Stark is back.
No, it's basically on the time play of things. Like,
Oh.
is it, which Loki is it? And is
Okay.
it like a fake Loki? Is it really Black Widow? Or is it like, I don't
Cool.
know. They're saying
Alright.
it could be
Well,
a bunch
I
of different things
I
with
think
time travel.
I read something along the lines that it may have.
It is, however, it is not the good Loki after the Endgame series.
Right,
It's
Pre-Avengers. so to
No,
speak.
it's like right
In
at the end of the second Avengers, I think they're saying. So.
Cool.
They were hinting at possibly Thor 4 or something like that. That's what one of the Easter eggs was talking about. So I don't know. I only watched the trailer last night just to see it. I didn't want to see theories or anything yet.
Yeah,
I didn't want to
yeah.
ruin it. So
Cool. Oh, I saw a photo of Ewan McGregor is growing out his beard, getting ready for Star Wars.
oh. All right.
Pretty cool. All right. My first topic was Vladimir Putin banned same-sex marriage in Russia,
Wow.
which I thought
Pretty
was already banned in Russia.
I guess it's officially made.
I thought it was banned in Russia. Now, banned same-sex marriage.
Russian friends, what can you tell us about that?
By the way, I can, go ahead and sign your marriage license. I went ahead and did that, so go ahead and give me a call, little Russian people.
In the
I'm
U.S.
American
I guess,
citizen.
not
Yeah.
So a step backwards for them, I think,
Yeah,
in
that
terms
sucks.
of the world. But
In terms of the world, that I know a lot of. Not that I know personally.
in Russia, that's the way Russia is.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, but you know what? That you do you, boo.
Yep. And then my other one is a link to a list of shows that were renewed or canceled for 2021. I thought this was a fun one. Came across it. I did. I'm going to toss it up there. I'm going to toss it up in chat. So the link will be in there. You can check it all out. But a few of them were Brooklyn Nine-Nine, renewed.
Yay!
Last Man Standing with Tim Allen, canceled.
Aww.
Good Doctor Season 4, renewed.
Nice.
This Is Us Season 5, renewed. Stranger Things, renewed. So that's just a few of them. So check out the chat link, click it, head on over and check out all of the shows that are renewing or canceling for 2021.
Nice.
What's up locally?
So, USF awarded 5-year, $44.4 million NIH, I'm not sure what that is, grant to test whether computerized brain training reduces dementia risk. So I think that's amazing.
Ooh, wow,
that
yeah,
they're
that's-
for dementia.
So they're
I think this is
I read the
pretty
article
cool.
and it was saying
National
that
Institute of
Oh, thank you.
older people that receive like computer training just to keep their mind active and busy, that
Mahjong works really well for that.
How well does it help?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I know my father.
Stroke recovery.
After his stroke, he'll still do some things to help him with his apraxia, and aphasia,
Mm-hmm.
and to help with his muscle memory, to help also with just his memory in general.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not forgetting things. He knows he's
But
like
it's
98%
always gonna keep
there.
your
Right.
brain
So,
active.
but yeah, but especially at that age, and especially after a stroke and everything like that, it just helps him to just stay more sharp. That's all it is. It's not like he's gone like, you're like, who are you? He's
Right,
he doesn't have issues. It's just that right now it's just so the speech because of the muscle.
I think it would. I mean, I know they're doing it on computer study, like using computers to keep their brain active. But I think it would also help. I mean, it's not so much as easy to do, but like even if you had a person to help you recite things and do things, but people who don't have anyone to help them, they can just get on a computer and do some mind exercises.
My
Okay.
dad actually recovered from his stroke playing Mahjong. So he sat in front of a computer for hours and he would actually finish a game in less than a minute.
Jeez.
So he got so good at it, that's why he recovered so well. But yeah, he would just, I'm like, holy crap, Dad. Like, I can't even do that quick.
Now
So-
that they say Mahjong, I'm like, I haven't played that
So,
much.
yeah. So and this is also how some colleges do stay open
Yeah.
because they're more than just a college. They are providing things like USF does. They got a great
They got a
program.
big medical school.
Yeah,
Big medical school.
Exactly. So yeah. Now for myself though, I just thought it was funny because again, myself getting a new vehicle recently. a lady tried to test drive a vehicle. It was a 2021. I think it was Equinox, and basically she ended up just. Apparently, the rules at that dealership was the person cannot ride with you as a test
Oh, I
driver.
saw that.
So she's like, oh, okay. They're like, yeah, just bring it back. So she
What
leaves.
could go wrong?
She never comes back, and apparently they found her down in Bartow with all
Off
her.
of East Main Street.
Yeah.
Being very specific about where she was, right about the book in. Go ahead.
Stupid.
She's like,
That's
just
a
walk
great
over.
place to take a stolen car, right by the jail.
So, but the funny part was that they said like we found a bunch of her belongings already in the car. Like she owned, the car already had stuff in there.
6
And
hours later, she's like, I live in it.
yeah. Anyway, so yeah. So it was just I'm like, how do you not?
How
How
do
are you
you-
not gonna find?
I know, I'm like-
They said that she also already took off the dealer tag and everything, put out her tag. I'm like,
Wow.
Let me just go put some identifying stuff on this car.
Let me hear that at what is it, first
And take it right
appearance?
by the-
Yeah, I was going to go back and do the paperwork. Like, I was ready.
yeah.
Like, is this how this went?
You weren't even approved for your loan unless you have the money to outright buy the car.
They made a copy of, even though I already knew it was.
Yeah, they make a copy of your ID and
my
your
license and
insurance.
everything. I was like, how did he not? What do you expect?
Yeah.
So I just thought it was.
I like that your second bullet point in here
Which
says,
I'm-
get a hold of her later for show, but it's talking about the
Yeah, no.
I'm looking at it going, we probably shouldn't talk to her. Like, or we could.
So live from Polk County Jail. Man. What are your thoughts?
Too funny.
All right. Mine was there is a rally that's going to be held at the school board meeting. It's for parents who don't want their kids to be wearing masks at school.
Or forced.
Or forced to wear masks. It should be, they're saying that
Voluntary.
it should be voluntary. If
You're
you
a
and your
family.
children have decided that you want to wear a mask, then you should be able to wear the mask.
The way
And
it should be
if
ever.
your parents and you have decided that you don't want to wear a mask at school, then you shouldn't be forced to wear one. Because our state does not have a mask mandate, and DeSantis has said that he's not enforcing any mask mandates, that why are the kids being forced to wear them?
Quick note. I think places that are still somewhat semi-hotspots, like Palm Beach County, Miami-Dade County, etc., I think their federal buildings are still required to
Right.
wear masks and things of that nature. But
Federal.
federal buildings and whatnot. But
Yeah, I
I
know.
believe,
Public schools are government.
right, exact institutions, etc. So that's the issue on that. But I know that private locations. So if it's a Winter Circle, if it's a Curry Mango or whatever,
Yeah,
they don't
and
have to.
private schools can choose whether they're going to enforce.
Because they're not owned by or
Which,
run with state federal law.
If you're in
And
this,
some
if you're in
private
the
schools
group.
are even stricter than the public schools
Right.
right now, and some are more relaxed. Like you
They're-
just choose.
there's a group on Facebook that's growing now and getting very, very
Yeah,
big.
it's
I think
like
you're in there.
7,000.
But
7,000
it was
plus.
like 300 last week when we joined.
Yeah.
So it was really, but it's getting a lot of traction, and basically a lot of parents are posting up the photos of the masks that their kids are being forced to
They're
wear
forced to wear them outside at
on the
PE.
playground and on this
And
and,
then when
that,
they
all
take
of
them
that.
down to catch their breath, they get yelled at.
They get yelled at,
And suspended and everything.
and when and then the parents brought
They come home and
you
they're
look at the mask
stinky
and they're
and they're
Well,
and this one day.
Listen,
But-
I know I get
But this is what they're being forced to breathe in all day. What does that
They're
do
not allowed
to
to
a
take
child's
off.
immune system?
Yeah.
Like,
and
Somebody
kids,
said having
kids,
as
a
many
lot of
boogers. So I'm like, really?
a lot of kids have to go get dropped off before school, so they're wearing it in the before school care, they're wearing it at school, and then they're wearing it for after school care. Like, there's a lot of parents who work jobs during the day, and their parents drop them off at 7, and they don't come and pick them up till 5.
I don't have opinions, but they're very one or not sided at all because I don't have children, so I can't say much. So I'm not even going to try to here. But chat, jump on. Let us know because again, I mean, you all have kids out there, and whether you're for it or against it, it's not an issue of saying you're right or
should
wrong.
be voluntary.
Yeah.
Right,
And
that's fine.
and it's okay.
And I'm
Have
saying,
your
like,
opinion.
no, we're gonna say no mask at our school. Like,
Right.
No, I'm not
it
saying
should be
that,
voluntary.
if you want to wear one, then you should.
Plus, if your child is high risk,
yeah,
then
all for it.
should be
Like,
probably homeschooling anyways.
Yeah.
If your child is
So exactly.
that high risk.
And chat again. These are only
Because
our
with or
schools
without a
opinions.
mask,
So
they're gonna get
jump
And
in. Chat.
because
Let us
we're
know
in
what you
Polk
think.
County and it's not enforced.
Yeah.
so
Keep in mind, we are in Florida. We're in Polk County.
We're all Florida men.
Because I can just see those.
Yeah.
Calm down.
Listen, calm down, Minnesota.
Yeah. Both you
You
people
keep
that
your
are
cold
watching.
weather up there.
So yeah, my topic was. Bummer. I love her. Kaylee McEnany is selling her Tampa home for $1.1 million.
Who's Karen McEnany?
Thank you.
she
That was
was
the press secretary for
For
Trump,
Oh.
like the badass one,
Oh,
like
okay, no.
lawyer girl, super. If
The blonde girl near
yes,
the end.
and if you get to go back and see any of the stuff where she basically owns the media every day for the last 6 months of his presidency, it's amazing.
Well, she's not gonna care. 6 months.
But
It's
it's-
gonna
no, because she was because if
she
he
wasn't rude.
No,
She was
I-
always prepared. She
She
was
was
never
just
like,
always prepared.
oh, you should check
Her-
with so and so,
It's-
or you should
it's-
check with
it's-
her
so-and-so.
notebook
I'll
was
get
a
back to
2-inch
you.
binder
It's good.
full.
See,
She wasn't like, I'll get back to you on that. I'm not sure. Go check with this department, or go check.
As most
with
people know
so-and-so.
nowadays for myself, I don't care what side or whatever, what party. What I care about is something like that, preparedness.
Yeah.
Have a response for people.
She would
Something.
always.
Always.
Yeah.
And that's what the media hated that, and now they
They
just
could ask
circle
her
back.
anything, and they're like,
But
they
but
thought
she's
they were-
selling her Tampa home for $1.1 million. She she is now a Fox co-host on Outnumbered. So Fox hired her. She is a co-host on Outnumbered, their new show,
She might have to relocate.
and she may have to relocate
be
closer
close
to
to
Fox
studios.
headquarters, to be closer to the studio. Bought the house for $650,000, selling it for $1.1 million. They did a lot of revamps in it. There's a bunch of very just beautiful work that they did in there. It's a double lot in Davis Island, they said, which is nearly impossible to get. You're basically...
And then your lots are normally small.
Yeah, your lots are normally small, so now it's got room for a home addition and a pool and blah blah blah. So they did a lot of work.
So you can do more work.
And they're neighbors with Tom Brady and
Oh, really?
and a bunch, yeah, and a
Oh, so
bunch,
the other side, yeah.
a bunch of the others
Oh,
up
that's
there.
cool.
So pretty cool, but
That's the only reason I look at it home like, hey, so cool, Tom Brady.
sad to see her leaving Tampa.
Maybe she's just.
Well, it'll be
Tired of the heat.
it'll be until he's reelected. But I'm just kidding.
All right.
All right, so shall we now jump onto the 2 lies and the truth? And I did this one right, I believe.
let's
I
see.
did this one right.
Cool. We'll see how you go.
My favorite chore to do is, because I stay on track with the chores, clean the bathroom, clean my vehicle, or do laundry.
Laundry.
Vehicle laundry.
Laundry. You
Laundry.
do not. Nobody.
You don't like to clean.
Nobody likes to
You
clean
like
the
to
bathroom.
pay.
And if
Yeah,
you do, you're
no.
weird. You don't like to clean your vehicle because you pay someone to do it. So laundry.
I'm gonna go with laundry.
It's actually the bathroom.
What does it have to be?
Actually, because I cannot
Yes.
stand, like,
She likes smelling dirty, clean, smelling clean.
it's the bleach. I
Now,
like
we
smell-
do keep our bathroom very, very clean, but it doesn't mean that we like to clean it.
I can't get around this for too
There's
long.
nothing enjoyable about cleaning.
So I can't do laundry.
Well, we also have a
because-
young boy who likes to pee
So
everywhere.
no, I don't enjoy it. Because I mix them and I get yelled at because I have blood.
Light and dark, light and dark. It is-
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Alright, go, Frack.
In college, I fell asleep in the sorority dorms,
Countless times.
the chapel, class.
There's 2 lies on here?
2 of those a lie. One of them's the truth. I think you got it backwards.
I know.
Oh, passed out in this one. Sorority dorms.
So
Wait, no, you went to Florida Southern.
Yeah, I'm gonna
You
go
did
with
not.
chapel.
You did not fall asleep in the sorority dorms because you were not allowed. And if you did, it was because you passed out.
I'm gonna say class.
I'm gonna say class.
I'd say chapel.
Probably the chapel. But
It was actually sorority dorms.
why'd you fall asleep?
At Fort
Was it
Southern.
intentional?
After.
Oh.
Jeez, have some faith. And yes, they do check ID, but they all friends of mine, so yeah.
What'd you do? Just put a wig on?
I know, right? You walk in a dress.
They just knew me.
I snuck in through the window.
Tomorrow, baby, tomorrow.
They're only half right.
Go.
All right, I have eaten frog legs, peanuts and Coke, or
Okay.
chicken and
Like
waffles.
Coke or Coke?
She doesn't do right.
Okay.
Like- They're all southern
Almost
foods,
anything will
so
kill me.
basically-
What do you think she's going to be able to do that?
Frog legs, peanuts and Coke, chicken.
I'll say the truth is frog legs.
I'm gonna say the truth is chicken and waffles.
I'm going with frog legs too because I think we talked about this.
Half of those things will kill you.
Yeah, this is, I was just previously. I eat none of these.
None? You have to have eaten one. There's
Yeah, it said now. Like, I don't eat
Oh, yeah, so
any of
which
this
one?
Stuff. No.
We're
Peanuts and Coke. I don't care.
Yeah.
like, we're ready to get the answer. And you're like, alright.
Yeah. None of these are all lies.
I thought chicken and waffles was a neat idea, but
Sounds like a lot of carbs.
yeah,
It sounds like a 3 a.m. meal.
it is.
That's true, because when we went to Atlanta for Six Flags, you're like, chicken and waffles, what?
You're
No,
Who
it's like-
does that?
Who does that? But I was like, wait, that actually
Dad's,
sounds
yeah,
pretty
Dad.
good.
Alright.
I can dip some chicken.
In college, my major was computer science, marine biology, or music education.
Truth is marine biology.
Mm-hmm.
That was what your.
Truth. There's 2 lies and a truth.
He said that's how you went to work. Is that ideal thing?
Computer science. True.
That's a marine biology.
Computer science.
I knew it was
Computer
either.
science,
I
because
thought
If
maybe
you wanted to do
I wanted-
thought you had.
I wanted to do
both.
marine biology, and USF did not really do marine biology, so I went with computer science because I wanted to fix computers and learn how to build all the computers. And then, about my second year, I was going to switch to music education, so I started taking all the classes without actually switching my major, and then my dad opened a sports bar.
And, they were all,
And we all know the rest of my life, because here I am.
This is half fuzzy, blurry.
All right.
So, all right, so moving on to our bracket now. We're going to go here with college sports and games. So, tying it into all
I'm gonna
this.
lose this one.
I don't know.
Yeah, you can't pick basketball for the whole thing.
Yes,
I mean,
can.
you can.
You
You
can.
actually can. You
Yeah,
can.
it's
No,
like,
the
yeah.
very first one I'm going to be outnumbered on baseball, I guarantee you.
So, well, let's start out
For college?
College basketball.
college. This is college, not
College
professional.
basketball
College
or
sports.
college baseball? I choose basketball.
I say basketball.
That's
College basketball.
Yeah.
Syracuse, baby.
I didn't say major league sports.
Syracuse,
But
Florida
college,
State,
yeah.
USF basketball.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yep. College baseball.
Baseball.
Couldn't tell you.
Yeah, I know.
Couldn't tell you. I love
fun.
baseball, but college baseball, I have no clue.
I like going to the games, but actually, I remember for Florida Southern, I was always one of the attendants, and it would help, So it was really cool, but
Is there anything I haven't done yet?
No.
I don't have a joke.
Nope.
All right, so
Pick a race.
Easy.
yes. It was. All right, so in the pool activities,
Nope.
swimming. So that means freestyle, butterfly, etc., or high dive.
High dive.
High dive. I
That
think
sounds
high dive is so cool. Like swimming, you're going
That's
next.
cool.
I'm going to have to agree.
Yeah, you can do a kickflip, but high dive,
That's cool.
straight innovation on the
Now,
combinations you can put.
synchronized
It's like
swimming?
gymnastics to me, so.
Yeah.
I think that's difficult
Yeah.
too. But yeah, I'll go with high dive.
Cool.
I thought about choosing like water polo. Like, I don't know
Yeah,
if do water polo
Yeah.
in their own version.
Yeah.
All right. Tennis or golf?
Golf.
I didn't really know that there was college.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there are, but I have never watched college golf or college tennis. Now, for the majors, I would have to go with tennis because
I'll go
that's
with
the only
golf.
one I really.
Just because I know that there's college golf because they get into the.
Yeah.
I'll go with golf.
Okay.
I flip because I'm going with tennis.
Okay, so we need something to flip. I don't have something
We
this
got
time.
an iPhone. That's about it.
Okay, ready? So
Don't do that.
No,
Yes.
don't do that.
Hang on. We got something somewhere.
There's quarters right inside there.
Yeah, there. It's right inside there.
I do not have.
I don't know.
See,
'cause
you think we'd learn a
Or you
lesson
probably don't
by
even have to pick
now,
up your
and
microphone.
we never
Just
have.
reach your hand in the door.
I can't reach that far.
I guess you can.
You think by now we'd learn something?
Sorry, chat.
We good.
We're unprepared.
All right. So heads tennis, tails golf. Seriously?
Head
Damn. Tennis.
It ain't gonna win. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
okay.
Frack's just mad because golf was off the table.
I know.
All right, disc golf or cornhole? I changed it up on us.
Okay. Yeah. Good.
Yeah, I changed it up. Just disc golf or cornhole.
I don't know what disc golf is.
It's like a frisbee
Frisbee.
golf.
It's like frisbee golf. Yeah. Play golf and it says with the frisbee.
Yeah, there's baskets that you throw into instead of.
Frack's only chance to keep a golf game in here.
I just recently started playing with a couple of friends of mine.
Yeah, they got a course over, yeah.
It
Card.
sounds retarded when I first learned about it, but it's actually kind of cool. So I'm gonna go with disc golf.
Yeah, me too. I
Sure,
like
just because I don't know.
I think-
Cornhole's fun as like a stationary activity.
Yeah,
I
But
enjoy-
disc golf, you
I
like
enjoy
actually
playing disc
moving
golf
around
over-
and
yeah.
throwing frisbee is fun.
All right.
All right.
So the first two between college basketball and tennis. I'm going with basketball.
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 All day.
Or day.
High dive or disc golf?
High dive.
High dive.
High dive.
High dive. All right, Patty, take us out.
Basketball or high dive.
She's so excited. Where's the bracket?
I'm gonna go with basketball.
Yeah, basketball.
Yeah.
That's one of the only college. That's one of the only college
Sweet
sports
16,
I
baby.
like
That's
to watch.
one of the
So-
most exciting part of college sports is the Sweet 16.
You know what? I just noticed we didn't have football in here.
Ah,
How did you not have college football? That was definitely one of mine.
Yeah.
well, thanks for whoever.
Yeah, because you had flag football in there, but I took that out.
Flag football is college flag football.
It's a game, for the people.
Is it like women's football?
Listen, she said it, all right? Do not come at us. You can come at her though. Fight amongst each other.
College basketball, college football would win for me.
Yeah.
All right, let's get ready to close this beast out.
That would be too easy.
We got a few minutes left.
Yeah.
Tweezy.
Tweezy, like the eyebrows.
Alright. What's going on in the financial markets?
What is going on?
Down,
Yeah, everything's
It's down.
Red.
Down. Anyway,
This whole week is red.
so yeah, but it's okay. That's gonna happen.
It'll be green tomorrow going into the weekend.
It's the ebb and flow. It's gonna happen. So no worries at all. But recently, actually, there was an item I was looking at, which was general investments. A lot of people. I know I talk about a lot regarding for your future, retirement and things of that nature. Earlier today, we were talking about college planning, etc. So I highly do recommend general investment for looking out after everything's kind of said and done. You've got your plan set for yourself, and now you're looking planning for your children or anything of that nature. Look at a 529 college plan. Seriously, something like that is meant to actually help you save for that purpose. Now, a lot of people will talk about bright futures. They'll talk about maybe the state plan that they provide. But a lot of people don't realize how hard they're going to be taking on that hit, because a lot of people say, well, yeah, if you get my money back or do something, yeah, but you only get back the money you put in. You don't get the money that was raised by that account. So if you put in 12 grand over the years and it grew to 50 grand, you only get 12 grand back.
Mm-hmm.
So again, the 529s are made so that way you get everything back. Now, it'll get taxed like a regular IRA, but at least you get all your money. It's all for you. Or you get, in the 529s, you can also transfer to somebody else, a family member. You'd say, oh, Tyler doesn't want to go. Well, my little niece, she wants to, so you can transfer it to her or something like that. So the benefits can be passed. Yeah, or they can be passed on to a trade school. That a lot of them are allowed. And there's even options now where you can actually use, I said percentage for trade school, but you can actually now crowdsource funding for the 529 college plans. Not every single one of them does that. But you can say, hey, it says you can't make it up to the COVID party, or whatever, because X, Y, and Z. Here's a link. If you want to donate to my child's birthday, donate to his college fund. I don't care if it's $5 or $500.
That's pretty cool. I didn't know that.
That's part of 529?
Yes.
Done.
Now, not every single one does that.
Does mine?
Well, I'm going to go. So, but you can do things of that nature. So again, look at that kind of planning. If you want to talk to that, get a hold of myself. Send me a message here on Frack, Paddy, Wack, or find me, Carlos Fassi. I'll drink.
Woo! Drink!
Getting crazy on that Sprite. So, but yeah. So again, look at your options. Don't just say whatever sent out to you. Don't just talk to an individual who actually knows about these things.
Okay.
So yeah. Okay. Now, Frack.
So T-Mobile announces
technology.
Really, I had to get the whole
Technology.
Danger, Will Robinson. Danger.
T-Mobile announces a $60 home internet is available nationwide. So let's hope that their customer service and their service in general is better than what they offer their cell phone. That their internet is actually decent. Yeah. But
56.6.
I thought $60 a month is at least putting it in affordable.
Yeah, in a range.
Is that like high speed?
Listen.
We gonna find out. It's T-Mobile, so
Right, so like that.
It's like 3G.
My gut feeling tells me that it's kind of like the Verizon like My 5 packs.
Yeah.
I really don't think it's no.
You get 5G up to 20 gig, and then after that, it's throttled.
I'm like, dang.
So one day of internet.
One day of internet at this house.
But I just thought it was cool that they're trying to get them
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Because Tesla about to take over Starlink, or
Especially down in South Texas where they're doing everything now.
yeah.
No, I'm still waiting for Google Fiber to come over here too.
Yeah.
What the heck?
Yeah.
Come on.
Go ahead. I wrote something there for you.
Yeah.
Look at that. Yeah.
Wack would like me to talk about why content is important, or quality content is important. So I'm not sure if he was talking about
Social
quality
media
ads
posts,
or
social media
quality
posts, and blogs.
blogs. Okay. So obviously on your social media you want to put off a good, what is it?
Professional presence.
Professional presence. There you go. So if you're just writing random status updates and posting random pictures, people don't know what to do or what you're selling or what you're offering. So to put them together with a cohesive package and an actual plan, a strategy, it's very important, because sometimes people are going to not just see what you post on the wall and whatever, like in the newsfeed, and they might not come across it organically. But if they do want to go and check out your business, and you meet them out in person somewhere, and then you say, hey, go check out my page or whatever, they go back and they start scrolling through your posts, and they don't make any sense. They don't have a common theme and it's just a bunch of random stuff, it looks very bad on your business.
Or sharing other people's crap.
Yeah, mine was
Yeah.
saying, or exactly,
But yeah, and if you
share personal
do- if
stuff
you-
on your business
yeah.
rather than.
That, or if you're like, say you are a pest control company and you share Terminix's blogs because, it has good content. Well, when someone clicks on that content and it takes them to another website that's not yours, then
You're wasting
when they
your time.
need that service, they're just going to contact the person that put out the good information
Yeah.
instead of contacting you who shared the good information. So
All part of your brand.
that also leads to why you should have quality content on your website, so you can share your own content.
And you can rank those pages, because that's really, really important. One blog has gotten, just our pest control company, on one specific topic that we wrote a blog about 3 years ago, has gotten them almost a state.
We've continued
worth of
to update
Yeah.
new blogs on the topic, so
So-
he probably has like 4 or 5.
Write articles, 750 to 1,000 words, and put them in your website about your expertise in specific topics. And then my end of things was Facebook and Google ads, and why you should be advertising on both. Facebook, you can gain leads, you can run lead generation leads, conversion-based leads, you can do all of that. The majority of Facebook is not for, nobody goes to Facebook going, I can't wait to see an ad. They just don't. They go there for content from their friends, and it is a social media platform. Now, it is a platform to put out information for your business and appear professional and really give your business a branded presence. The majority of Facebook ads, though, yes, they are to drive leads and conversions and whatnot, but most of the time, most people scroll
It's
right
for
past them.
awareness.
So it is brand exposure and whatnot.
It's another
So
touch point to have.
you shouldn't go into Facebook saying, I'm going to put a whole bunch of money into Facebook ads and expect
gonna
to
get
get
a
all
bunch
of
of
my
leads.
leads from there. You will get leads, but don't. Where people go is Google and Bing. That's where they go to search if they're not personally asking
It's the
a
very
friend.
top of the funnel.
They are, yeah. Facebook's going to be your super top of the funnel, and then your Google ads and your Bing ads are people going to the search bar and searching specifically for what
They're
they're
ready to
looking for.
purchase.
Your blogs will be helpful because when you go, hey Siri, hey Google, hey whatever, my phone, hey whatever, if your blog is ranking for asking that question, you'll pop up in those search results. So it's very cool to be able to do that. We know how to do it, but then like I said, with your Google ads and things like that, that's where people are going to go to find you.
So right now, chat, I want everybody to put their phone close to their audio systems right now, so I can say, hey Siri, pull up ffpw.live. Now everything will pop up from us.
That's us, TBA Marketing. Let's
Okay. All right, well, everybody, once again, we're keeping it a short show this evening, but once again, we appreciate you. Shorter than usual.
Like 8 minutes.
But anyways, the point being that we appreciate you, we love you, we like you. Share, subscribe, like, ding that bell several times.
Tap that bell.
And to close it out for the evening now.
Alright.
All right.
Subscribe.
The quote being,
It's late, I'm tired.
every year, many stupid people graduate from college. And if they can do it, so can you.
That's right.
That's from John Green, so,
But don't put yourself in debt.
Don't
yeah.
go to college if you don't want to.
Yeah, and don't go to college.
Yeah.
So you can-
You're not forced to.
You can get a really
There's
good job.
plenty of good
Plenty.
paying jobs that you can get
Great
without
paying
college.
jobs. Great
And
paying
lots of
careers.
businesses that will actually pay for your college because they want you to excel in their company.
Or just
Or
pay
specialized
to
training.
teach you
That's what my
specialized
sister got her
training.
MBA. Her company paid, I think it was 70-80%.
Boom, there it is. We hope you had a good night tonight. Make sure you tap that subscribe button. Go to ffpw.live. Check us out. All of our previous shows are up on there and on the YouTube. So check us out. Sign on to social media. Turn off the news. Don't text and drive. Speed up as you're entering the interstate. And Epstein didn't kill himself. 1, 2, 3, 4. See ya!